Hey, what's up, everybody? Andrew from Fantasy Shade here to give you the top 15 shortstops for the 2018 fantasy baseball season. And when I was going through this, I realized shortstop really isn't as deep as a lot of us think. There's the top four, and then there's everyone else, and you'll see that as you go along, because you had guys like Jose Ramirez, who only played second base and third base last year, so he will be losing shortstop eligibility. You had a couple other guys. But let's dive right into the list. And number one, obviously, is Carlos Correa. And he only played in 109 games last year. He hit 24 home runs and batted .315. Great lineup. The one thing, his stolen bases went from 13 in 2016 to 2 in 2017. I don't know if that was because of injury or just that he's not a base stealer. He is going into his age 23 season, and he cut down his strikeouts by 6%. His BABIP was slightly inflated, but not egregiously so I'm not too worried about the average, and he is the clear number one shortstop off the board here. Number two, we have Trey Turner, who only played in 98 games last year, which actually was a career high. He has a great lineup. He had an injury-plagued season last year, but he had 46 steals in those 98 games, and he'll probably lead the league in steals if he can stay healthy. Number three, we got Francisco Lindor. His BABIP was a little low, so the average should come up in 2018. The big question is the power legit? I don't think he's a 30 home run guy. I think he's a 20 home run guy. And he's going into his age 24 season. So a lot of the commonality you'll see in the big top four is they're all really young. And of course, the number four guy is Seager, who's also going into his age 24 season. The power and slugging took a small step back. That was a little bit disappointing, but he's going to be an elite source of average and on base percentage. And I still hope to see that power develop a little bit more with Seager at number four. Number five, we got Segura. He played in 125 games, hit 11 home runs, stole 22 bases. Obviously, it's a better lineup with D. Gordon in it. His steals should eclipse 30 if everything falls right, if he plays in more games. His home run production did fall from 20 in 2016 to 11 in 2017, but that was to be expected. He's not a 20 home run guy, but the elite average and the steals plants him firmly at number five. Number six, we got Alex Bregman, who had a very better second half than the first half. He had .315 in the second half compared to .256 in the first half, and this is his age 24 season. He could blossom into a 2020 guy. He went 19 homers, 17 stolen bases, so he wasn't that far away from a 2020 guy, and he batted .284, and he's in a great Houston Astros lineup, and that's why he's at number six. Number seven, we have Didi Gregorius, who hits in a great ballpark and a good lineup. You know, they got Stanton, huge upgrade there. He hit 5 more home runs in 17 less games compared to 2016. He hit 20 in 2016, 25 in 2017, batted .287. He should be a good source of average and some good power. Number 8, we have Elvis Andrus, who don't expect another 2020 season from him. He was on my bust list just because if people are drafting him for the power, I don't think it's legit. His steals, though, still keep him in the top 8 in shortstops. He had 25 stolen bases last year. He's reached 30 before, well over 30 before, so the stolen bases keep him in the top 8. Number 9, we have Javier Baez, who took a big step forward in the power department, hitting 23 home runs last year. He's only 25 years old. Great ballpark, great lineup, good eligibility. He just needs to work on the walks. Number 10, we have Xander Bogaerts, who took a big step backwards in the power department. He only hit 10 home runs. He did have 15 stolen bases while batting .273. His stolen base 15 was a career high. And Boston lineup, not what it was. Obviously, we hear a lot of rumors on they're going to sign J.D. Martinez, they're going to sign Hosmer. You know, we don't know about any of that yet. So, because none of that's happened yet, he's firmly at number 10. Number 11, we have Paul DeJong, the breakout shortstop for the St. Louis Cardinals last year. He only played in 108 games, and he hit 25 home runs with a .285 average. The power is legit, but the average will regress, which is why he's at number 11. Number 12, we have Andrelton Simmons, who had a career high in home runs, steals, and doubles. Is the power legit? And I put power power really in quotation marks. He only hit 14 home runs. But if he can hit 10 home runs and get, 15 steals, he's still going to be a valuable shortstop. He's playing in a much improved lineup. They went out, they got Zach Cozart. They might have Ohtani batting. They traded for Ian Kinsler. So he's in a much better lineup. Number 13, we have Trevor Story, who had a sophomore slump last year. He did hit 24 home runs and 82 RBIs, which wasn't bad, but the 239 average was pretty hard to stomach. The big question is, can he adjust to the league in 2018? And he has Brendan Rodgers on his heels. Number 14, we have Chris Taylor. First and second half are pretty similar. I don't know why I'm so hesitant on Taylor. I guess I just need to see one more season to see if it's legit, He came out of nowhere, kind of like Paul DeHung did, but he doesn't have the track record in the minor leagues like DeHung did. So I think I just need to see one more season from Chris Taylor. Finally, number 15, Tim Anderson. He had a putrid 2.1% walk rate, but it's really hard to ignore that he had a 15-15 season. He hit 17 home runs and stole 15 bases. Terrible lineup, but speed plays. And he hit 276 in the second half, but he's definitely got to work on that walk rate. So those are the top 15 shortstops for the 2018 fantasy baseball season. For Fantasy Aid, I'm Andrew. You can check me out on Twitter at FantasyAid1 or email me at fantasyaid1@gmail.com. For Fantasy Aid, I'm Andrew, and thanks for watching.